Hello, Meg here from I Teach Stamping. Welcome to the Friday Flip. So the Friday Flip is where we take one project idea and we flip it into something completely different, keeping the parts of the card that we love and changing what we need to. So let's go ahead and dive in. This is our inspiration card, and what I love about this one, number one, is the bright colors, because I just cannot get enough of bright colors. And then number two, I like having the same floral image backed with a little bit of color all towards the edge of the card. I just think it's a very appealing card. So this is what I'm going to keep, and you'll see exactly how we're going to do that. The first thing that we're going to do is our paper piercing. I've got a piece of Whisper White that's going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and I've got the Updated Essentials Paper Piercing Guide from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to line up the edge of my cardstock to the edge of the black lines at the top. Then I'm centering it from left to right, and I'm just going to go ahead and go on through and go all the way around the card. Now I am going to have to shift this because it's not going to cover the entire card when you get to the sides. So one of the other things that is going to happen with the way that I'm doing it this way is I'm going to have a space where the edges are not going to line up. And when you go to flip it, you have a perfect opportunity to start over, figure out where your dots are going to be, but then you're going to have this little gap that I was talking about where it just doesn't seem to line up. And it's just because of the way of the border that I wanted for the dots. So as much white as I wanted to have show. So this is an easy fix though, because we're going to be using ribbon at one point. So right here, where it doesn't line up exactly, that's where my ribbon's gonna go. So don't worry about it if you have a little bit of a glitch. Just try to put that glitch where your ribbon's gonna go and on both sides of the card, and you'll be set. All right, so we have this all done. I did ahead of time just so you didn't have to watch me do that. And we are ready to do our stamping. So you're going to see that I have 2 different mats here. I like to have one for paper piercing and one for stamping. So I'm going to move the piercing one out of the way. And the first thing I'm going to do is open my ink pads. I'm going to be using Tangelo Twist and Wild Wasabi. And I'm using one stamp set. It's called the Apple of My Eye. And I'm going to start first with my sentiment onto this piece of white that has our paper piercing around it. I'm going to stamp the "You're Just the Sweetest" towards the upper right side. Not exactly in the upper right hand corner, but over in that direction. Then we're going to switch to our cute little citrus. And you're going to want to actually stamp this 3 times, but in 3 different colors. We're starting with Wild Wasabi. Ta-da! And then you would also want to do this in Daffodil Delight and one in Tangelo Twist. I did them ahead of time just for time's sake. All right, we're going to close these up, and we are ready to do our punching. We're going to start with a 1 3/4 inch circle punch and take care of this cute little lime. So you punch out all 3 that you stamp, and then grab a 2 inch circle punch. And you're going to want a 2 inch circle of all 3 colors. So Wild Wasabi, Tangelo Twist, and Daffodil Delight. Then what we want to do is layer these 2 together. And then we want to take a look at the line. There's going to be a spot where it's a straight line all the way across. It won't be so narrow. It'll be perfectly straight all the way across. And that's what we're looking for. So I'm going to take this, where'd it go? There it is. And I'm just going to cut right through the middle. So now you can see we have 2 line wedges. Perfect. All right, we are ready to move on with our card. So let's start building it out. The first thing I'm going to do is add some adhesive to the back of these because I already have adhesive on the other pieces. And let's go ahead and build this from the inside out. So we're going to start with the base for our card, which is going to be Tangelo Twist. It starts at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I scored it at 4 1/4. On the inside, I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White, 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. I'm going to take one of these lime wedges and drop it right there. All right, then for the front of the card, we're going to add our You're the Sweetest. Oh, no, we're not. Hello. We're going to add our ribbon. So I've got some Daffodil Delight cotton ribbon. We're going to take this and loop it around, and I just have a glue dot on each end to hold that in place. Now we're ready to lay it on our card. And then we can start with our line piece. We're going to put it on an angle on our card. And then switch over to our lemon. We're going to overlap some. And then our cute little orange. Take a bow tied out of that same ribbon and drop it into place. And just like that, our card is done. So let's go ahead and take a look. We've got this with all the multicolored little citrus pieces in the inside of our card. So let's bring back in our inspiration card. So remember what I said I liked about it. I liked the bright colors. We definitely kept that. And I liked having the same image repeated but in 3 different colors. Boom, boom, boom. We've got our cute little sentiment. We kept the bow because I'm just a bow person. And then I added the paper piercing around the edges because I thought it gave it a nice little pop. And then we added an inside of the card where there wasn't one before. So there we have it, another Friday flip. Now, if you like the Friday flip, please be sure to like it below and also be sure to share it with your friends. Head on over to I Teach Stamping. Make sure you are signed up for my mailing list so that you don't miss a single newsletter that I send out, because in there's exclusive projects I don't share anywhere else. Again, I'm Meg from I Teach Stamping. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video tutorial. Have a great day.